In today's video, we will explore the life of Steve Jobs, the man who turned a tiny garage into a billion-dollar technology empire. A genius without a degree. A controversial leader, but no one can deny his world-changing vision. Let's delve into this inspiring journey. From bitter failures to great breakthroughs. To understand why Steve Jobs remains an irreplaceable icon in the tech world. First, we will learn about Steve Jobs' childhood. He was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California, USA. His biological mother gave birth to him when she was only 23 years old and still a student at a university. While pregnant, because she was too young and not ready to be a mother, she considered having an abortion. However, after receiving advice from a priest, she decided to give birth to him and later put him up for adoption to a couple who were looking to adopt. Thus, he was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. As a child, Jobs was quite mischievous, and the antics became even more entertaining when done with his best friend. While in elementary school, he and a close friend created explosives and placed them under the teacher's desk. Consequently, the school had to separate the two friends into different classes for peace to be restored. When he reached middle school, he and another close friend swapped the locks on all the bicycles in the school, causing many students to struggle until evening to retrieve their bikes. That close friend was Steve Wozniak, who later became his co-founder at Apple. Due to his mischievous behavior, his adoptive parents struggled to raise him. However, from a certain perspective, this also showed that he was a person with strong opinions and his own stance. Qualities that obedient students often lack. From a young age, he rejected the rules and regulations imposed on him by others. And this is the crucial trait that helped him become one of the most innovative and creative figures of the 20th century. Later, when it came time to choose a college, he selected Reed College, a private institution with the highest tuition in the United States at that time. The reason he chose this school was his passion for the arts and design program it offered. However, due to the exorbitant tuition and his dislike for the boring required courses, he dropped out after just 6 months. Nevertheless, he stayed on campus to study some subjects he enjoyed, particularly calligraphy. He later remarked, "If I hadn't taken that calligraphy class, computers might not have the beautiful typography they do now." After leaving school, following a spiritual calling, he traveled to India in search of enlightenment. There, he spent most of his time studying Buddhism and Hinduism. He lived in India for 7 months. And this period truly changed his life. The most noticeable change was his hairstyle before and after his time in India. When he left, he had shaved his head. Additionally, the biggest changes in Jobs were in his style and philosophy of life. After leaving India, due to his deep passion for Buddhism, Jobs had considered going to Japan to become a monk. Fortunately, he ultimately changed his mind and stayed in the United States. If he had traveled to Japan at that time, it's likely that we would still be using phones with keyboards today. Later, he reconnected with Steve Wozniak, his childhood friend, sharing a common passion for technology and electronics. The two quickly became close. If Jobs is considered the soul of Apple, then Wozniak is the heart of Apple. On April 1, 1976, Apple was officially founded in a small garage at Jobs' home. One of the reasons he chose the name, Apple, for the company was because he liked eating apples. The company then began working on its products. One of the first products was the Apple I personal computer. While it wasn't a complete product, it marked the beginning for the company. Within the company, Wozniak handled the technical aspects, creating the products, while Jobs focused primarily on design, sales, and fundraising. Starting a business was never easy. Both faced numerous challenges, including a lack of capital and experience. However, one of the biggest challenges was their differing mindsets regarding product design. Jobs was an extreme control enthusiast, especially regarding the things he created. An example of this was the Apple II personal computer. In this product, Jobs wanted fewer connectivity ports, while Wozniak wanted more ports to enhance user flexibility. After a period of debate, Wozniak finally said, "If you insist on doing it your way, I will take this computer and leave." Thus, Jobs had to compromise. Later, the Apple II became one of the company's most successful products. It was one of the first personal computers to be mass-produced. The biggest difference of this product was its color. Before its release, computer displays only had black and white modes, while this product featured all 7 colors of the rainbow, along with many advanced features that made it sell like hotcakes and marked a perfect beginning for the company. Despite facing many difficulties and failures, the company overall grew rapidly due to its excellent product quality. As the company expanded, under the pressure from the board of directors, Jobs sought to find a new CEO for the company. He approached John Sculley, the president of PepsiCo. Initially, Sculley refused, but Jobs convinced him with a famous question, which is, "Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugar water? Or do you want to have the opportunity to change the world?" With his exceptional psychological manipulation skills, Jobs eventually persuaded Sculley to become the CEO of Apple. However, after an initially close relationship, cracks began to appear between them. This stemmed from their differing leadership styles. Jobs had a very harsh leadership style, often criticizing and bluntly pointing out flaws in his employees, while Sculley maintained a calm leadership approach, avoiding direct criticism and striving to keep harmony within the company. Due to these differences, in 1985, Sculley requested the board of directors to choose between the two, leading to Jobs being ousted from his own company. Jobs described this experience as very painful, as he always viewed Apple as his brainchild. However, he also acknowledged that in hindsight, being fired from the company was the best thing that ever happened to him. After leaving the company, all the pressure and expectations for success vanished, allowing him the freedom to create without being constrained by the old corporate environment. After leaving Apple, Jobs, along with a few close associates, founded Next, a company specializing in computer hardware and operating systems. The company continuously developed and achieved many impressive milestones. In contrast, after Jobs' departure, Apple seemed to lose its soul. The most important aspect of a company is its products, while Jobs had always been the quality manager of each product. After he left, the new products gradually lost their unique identity. The company produced many products, but none were truly groundbreaking. As a result, the company began to decline and was on the brink of bankruptcy. They realized that there was only one person who could save the company. In 1996, Apple acquired Next, and a year later, Jobs officially returned as CEO of Apple. Upon his return, he restructured the entire company, eliminating ineffective projects and focusing all resources on a few specific products, particularly desktop and laptop computers. As a result, just a year later, Apple launched the iMac, a product that made a significant impact and helped the company become profitable after years of losses. In the following years, the company grew at a rapid pace, introducing many new products such as the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, especially the iPhone, a small handheld device that forever changed the way people interacted worldwide. By 2003, He discovered that he had pancreatic cancer, a rare type of cancer. His illness was treatable, and doctors advised Jobs to undergo immediate surgery. However, he refused because he did not want his body to be operated on. At the same time, he believed that by following a diet, sunbathing, practicing acupuncture, and using Eastern therapies, his body could heal itself. Despite his long efforts, his condition did not improve, and he eventually accepted surgery and modern medicine. However, by this time, his illness had worsened and became untreatable. Later, he admitted that this was a wrong decision. By 2011, after a long battle with illness, he officially passed away. After his death, a memorial was held to honor his legacy and significant contributions to the technology industry and the world. On the day he left Apple due to his health, author Walter Isaacson, who wrote the biography of Steve Jobs, asked him, "How do you feel after leaving Apple?" Jobs replied, "I had a very lucky career. A very lucky life. I did everything I could." In his final moments, his loved ones recounted that his last words were, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow." After that, he fell into a deep coma and passed away, marking the end of an incredible life. This video is coming to an end. There is a very good book about Steve Jobs' life. You can give it a read. Additionally, next week, I will make another video analyzing more deeply the special aspects and secrets of his success. So be sure to tune in. See you all in the next video. And I wish everyone a great day.